So a very good morning again to all my students. So today is ethic and etiquette in event planning businesses class. Topic number 7, lucky 7. Okay, so code of conduct 1, a very short chapter, a very short class for today. Okay, since this is a very straightforward, a very easy, and also a continuation for code of conduct 2 after this. Okay, so code of conduct. So what is code of conduct? Code of conduct actually a regulation. Okay, a regulation. Okay, in an office environment, code of conduct is the things that will become the regulation, rules and regulation, the law in your office. Okay, so we'll be learning 4 learning outcome for today classes. Okay, so first is pre-event meeting. So second is on-site event orchestration. Number 3 is post-event celebration. And number 4 is client, supply, and planner code of conduct. Okay. So this thing is we will learn just a general things about what is event regulation. Okay, so first of all is pre-event meeting. So it's actually in a stages. Okay, first you go for pre-event meeting. After that, you will go to on-site event orchestration. After that, you will have a post-event celebration. And last but not least, to wrap up, what is the things or the ethic that you have to show during all these 3 stages. Okay, so pre-event meeting. So pre-event meeting is a very important stages. Okay, why? Okay, so before an event take place, 3 pre-con meeting are held. Okay, pre-con actually mean a before meeting. Okay, so who is 3 people that you have to meet, okay, during this meeting? So first of all is on-site staff. Okay, on-site staff, the one who become the staff for your event, the one who become AJK. So we always say AJK during for your event, someone who become your main people during your event, that is on-site staff. Okay, the staff that are directly related to the event, that is known as on-site staff. Okay, so number 2 is the client and sales executive. Okay, this is people that are not on site. Okay, the client is the representative for the client, the guest. Okay, the one who will have your service. Okay, the sales executive is the one in the office. Okay, the one who are linked with the client. And last but not least is with the supplier of the location. 3 people that you have to have a meeting before the pre-event meeting. Okay, before there are event take place. Okay, before those meeting take place, each person will receive and review the event function sheet. Okay, so what is event function sheet? Okay, event function sheet is the document, okay, the document that will tell you what is the information for your event. Okay, event function sheet is the one who will tell and elaborate all the information about the event. So what is the thing that we include in the event function sheet? Okay, for example, the role that you have assigned to play. For example, event function sheet for Swan. Okay, your role is usher. Okay, this is example. The role for event Swan in event is usher. Okay, so the timeline and event shall upload all the timeline or itinerary for the event. 7 p.m. Okay, the start of the event. Okay, 8 p.m. dinner of the event. 10 p.m. end of the event. So all the timeline of the event are being included in the event function sheet. So the dress code for Swan is black and white formal attire. Code of behavior, Swan have to arrive 1 hour before the event start and only can leave the event site for 1 minute, for example. Okay, and also code of conduct. So if Swan do something like this, or if Swan being rude to the customer, okay, they will get punished. So that is code of conduct. So that is all the things that are being included in the event sheet. Okay. So second is pre-event meeting, and it's not second, it's actually still in the pre-event meeting. So this is the example of the function sheet for a band in the band will outline. Okay, the function sheet for a band will outline first the dress code. Okay. Second is where they are taking their break and eats their meal. Second is regulation. Either they are allowed to mix with guests, drink and smoke while duty, unacceptable language, all the information things, okay, about the event, okay, they are personalized for every people. Not all people will have a very similar function sheet. For example, this is for band. Maybe this is for usher. This is for president. This is vice president. This is for the lighting staff. So not all function sheet will be similar. All of the function sheet is being personalized based on your position. Okay, maybe I am the one who are sing for the event, so I will have this function sheet. Maybe my function sheet will not same as one function sheet as Usher. Maybe my function sheet will not be similar as Sharon Pujai as maybe the president of the event. Okay, example. Okay, so we have done with pre-event meeting. So on-site event orchestration. So actually what is mean by orchestration? Okay, orchestration is the traditional way of handling interaction between different services. Okay, so actually just like I said before, in an event, you are not working alone. You are working with some other vendor. Okay, for example, florist, caterer, musician. Okay, all that kind of people, okay, you have to orchestra them in a very good same rhythm. Okay, you have to have interaction between all the service. Okay, when things go out of control, the company, supplier, client, and the guests expect the event planner to be skilled enough to keep together under pressure. So if you are a very good event planner, you will not panic. You need to orchestra, you need to manage all the vendors so that they will not having any problem and not really create any problem. That is mean by on-site event orchestration, or the other name for orchestration is supervising action. Okay, so rude and discourteous behavior toward the client is totally not permitted. Okay, this is a big taboo, pantang, a big taboo for the people in an event. You are being rude, and this discourteous behavior mean unethical behavior toward the client is not permitted. Okay, you have to ensure that the employee are well trained. Okay, the vendor are your vendor actually your employees. Okay, so the vendor are well trained and know what is expected for them in any circumstances. Whether you are tired, whether you are fatigued, maybe you are fevering, you have to stay professional. Okay, that is meant by on-site event orchestration. Okay, so next is post-event celebration. After you have done an event, you want to celebrate because you have succeed. Okay, doing an event, and doing an event is not something that are very easy. It's something that very difficult, very tiring. So you want to celebrate your titik peluh, your kesusahan. Okay, so this is post-event celebration. Okay, so post-event celebration. Post-event celebration should take place back in the office when event come to an official conclusion. After all the event have finished, then you have to have a celebration. Maybe just a little bit celebration. Okay, back in the office, which means they're not really in the venue. Maybe you go back to your office, okay? Maybe you go back to a place that are not really your working environment, okay? It should not be done right after the last guest leave the event. Why? Okay, because you have to do the cleaning, you have to do post-mortem, okay, you have to do all the things. Okay, it's not actually the last guest leave the event is not really the end of the event. Okay, the end of the event is when all have been settled. Okay, the cleaning up or the management of the customer, okay, all the postmortem, all the meeting have done, then that is end for an event. Okay, so example of the issue that you have to see and you have to you have to manage, okay, during the post-event celebration is during after hour of the event planning staff and also post-event transport for the customer, for the client, and also for your employee. Okay, so all the issue that you have to take place, okay, you have to know. Okay, so drink after hour for an event planning. So you want to drink maybe alcohol after you want to celebrate. Okay, so in order to ensure that their in-house staff and freelance are aware that on-site job requirement extend will pass on 8 hours, so some of the company prohibited any drinks. Okay, it's not drinks that water, this drink alcohol drinks. Okay, because after during the post-event celebration, you have to do something after the day. Okay, some company allowed their employee to drink. Some of the company do not allow their employee to drink. Why? Because if all event planning staff have relaxed on the final night and the celebration by drinking, maybe they will sleep in a big sleep for early morning shift. So maybe the tomorrow, okay, the tomorrow days, okay, the next day, okay, they will feel very sleepy and take MC. So if all the staff is take MC, so who will manage the office? Okay, that's why some of the company prohibit any drink after the post celebration. Okay, post event transport, some event planner must consider how people will safely get home. Okay, the example can be included as providing taxi voucher, arranging bus, and also pointing out where people can access taxi and public transport. Okay, so a very good event planning venue is the venue that are close to public transport. Okay, the staff can go back safely and also the guests also can back easily. Okay, so last but not least is we will talk about the code of conduct or ethic for clients, suppliers, and planners. Okay, so first and foremost for the client. Okay, for the client, sometimes we will become the client for an event planning businesses or an event. When costing an event, there are standard number of event planning staff costs in advising the event that will change from event to event. So we as client cannot expect that all the event will be the same cost. Okay, some of the event will cost more, so you have to ready with some more money because in an ethic for an client, okay, to not really pressure the event planner to have a very cheap event. Okay, so for costing purpose, it's always advisable to include pre and post staff costs for a client. Okay, so you want to give the client a clear expectation of all costs with no hidden surprise at the end. Okay, so number two is for planner. So we as an event planner, so event planner must be meticulous and ruthless, efficient in keeping all activities on time and also on budget. Okay, so we as event planner cannot really be unethical. For example, we are increase the cost or we not do something in time because we like to melengah-lengahkan masa. We like to waste our time. For example, something like that. Okay, event planning does have a glamorous and enjoyable side, but there also a modern and tedious side. What is mean by modern? Modern mean a common. So you as event planner, okay, will not do something that glamorous only. You also have to do something that are common. For example, is sending out invitation, okay. Maybe just do something that are very common, do a decoration, okay, wear the correct uniform. Okay, last but not least, you as a planner, wear a correct uniform. One pair of slippers style earring is acceptable and safe. Please do not wear any other jewelries, okay, during an event, any event, especially you as a planner. Okay, last but not least is a supplier. Okay, it's actually number 3, it's not number 8. Okay, due to the high number of individual supplier and company the event planner must coordinate, there are large risks of problem arising. Okay, and last but not least is listen to the client instruction carefully and carry out them the first time they are given and complete all the work time, a very general kind of ethic. Okay, so this is a very short chapter. So any question for this subject?